What's up YouTube, JP here, and in this video we're going to talk about micro SD cards, especially ones for the Nintendo Switch. So without further delay, let's dive in. So you may or may not be aware that there's such a thing as fake SD cards, and I've seen it a lot recently, especially on the official Alien Retro Gaming Discord server. Link is in the description below. So first of all, let's talk about what is a fake micro SD card, or a fake SD card in general. So manufacturers like SanDisk and Samsung, they make micro SD cards, and they are actually really good cards to use on the Nintendo Switch. But there's manufacturers out there that make fake cards. They will take a SanDisk 512GB image and actually print it on a 32GB SD card, and then they'll go into the software and change it. So the card and the PC and the Switch and your Mac, whatever you plug it into, thinks that it's a 512GB. So unknown to the customer that actually buys one of these cards, thinking they're getting a great price on a 512GB micro SD card, what they're actually getting is a 32GB card. So you might not even realise that the micro SD card is fake. If it has a real value of 32GB, then as long as you don't go over that, everything's going to work fine. But what happens if you put more data on than that? Well, it will look like that the data is still copying across successful. But say you put 30 gigs of data on there, and then you put another 30 gigs of data on there. What will actually happen is the SD card will just dump the rest of that data. It will still say that it's on there, but if you try and open it or use said data, it's going to say that it's corrupt or missing. So how do you avoid actually getting one of these cards in the first place? Well, you need to use reputable resellers. You can use Amazon, but make sure that it's sold by and dispatched by Amazon. No, I'm not saying that every seller is trying to rip you off, but there is a lot of them on Amazon and especially AliExpress. So let's go online and see if we can find some examples of these fake cards. AliExpress is a breeding ground for fake micro SD cards. Look at this one here, 1TB. Now 1TB micro SD card should cost you around $100. So this one for less than $10 is 100% fake. One rule that you should always stick to: if it looks too good to be true, then it probably is, especially with micro SD cards. So I would always recommend buying direct from the manufacturer, or going on Amazon and making sure it's sold by and dispatched by Amazon. Now that last part, getting it off Amazon, is not a foolproof plan, but if it's sold by and dispatched by Amazon, then you're pretty much guaranteed if you do get a fake one, you can just get a full refund without any issues. So what do you do if you've already got an SD card and you can't return it because you've had it for a while? How can you check for sure to see if it's fake? Sorry for interrupting the video, but I've got you a 10% discount code off anything on the Extreme Rate website. Now they have some amazing products, just like this atomic purple shell for the Nintendo Switch. They also have dock shells, LED light kits, replacement parts, screen protectors, you name it, they've got it. Use code ARG10 to save 10% today. So one way to check: boot Hecate on your modded Switch, go to console info and then micro SD card. And as you can see at the top here, it says SanDisk. So we know it's real. What I would recommend doing as soon as you get a new micro SD card for your Switch is just put the Hecate bootloader on there and boot straight to Hecate, and then double check to make sure that is saying it's real. If it is fake, it will plain as day say fake. Now of course, before you even get that far, you can plug it into a PC, use some software, which I'll put in the link in the description, and actually test the card first. That should always be your first point of call when getting a new SD card, especially when you want to set it up for the Switch, because you need to plug it into the PC anyway. So you just plug it into the PC and the software will have a look to see what size the actual card is saying it is. If it's saying it's 128 gig, it should be around 119 gig. And then what the software will do is it will read and write a bunch of data. Now this will wipe the micro SD card, but as you should be doing this as soon as you get it, you shouldn't have a problem with losing any data. As soon as it passes that check, then you know you're good to go. So all you need to do then is format it to FAT32 in the case of the Nintendo Switch, and then start moving all your files across your atmosphere, your bootloaders, etc. Now of course this also applies if you're buying a micro SD card for say a phone. Do the same process, put it in your PC, check to see if it's real first, because the last thing you want to do is put that micro SD card, take loads of photos, and then realise that you've actually lost them all. Now I don't actually have any fake micro SD cards. Now I was actually going to go on AliExpress and buy a fake 1TB micro SD card for around about $6. Obviously that's way underpriced. You need to add another zero onto that, about $90 for a 1TB card. But I didn't want to fund these scumbags. I don't want to put any money in their pockets at all, even if it's just $6, because it's just encouraging them to sell more. Now of course most online marketplaces like AliExpress, eBay, Amazon, they all have refund policies. So it doesn't really matter if you do get a fake card, because as soon as you get it, you're going to test it. If you find out that it's fake, you send it right back. You open a dispute, you request a refund. I do believe if everyone that actually bought an SD card or micro SD card done the tests, done their due diligence and made sure their card was real and any fake ones were sent back for a refund, then the sellers would actually stop making them and stop selling them, because it just wouldn't be worth it. But while there's people out there that will just buy these cards thinking, oh great, $6 for a 1TB card, bargain, not thinking to themselves, there's got to be something wrong here. When you get your micro SD cards, test them. That's the first thing you should do when you open the packet. Open it up, get it tested, confirm that it's real, and then happy days, you know all your data is going to be safe. Now of course the reason I've made this video is to help you guys spot fakes, because I've seen an increase lately on people that are having issues on the Nintendo Switch with modding, trying to figure out what's going on, and then finding out that the actual SD card is fake. There's a few mods on Alien Retro Gaming Discord server that the first thing they ask is it FAT32 and have you checked to see if it's fake? If this video helps even one person spot a fake and gets a refund, I consider that a big win. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, and then don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. I'm JP. You've been watching Alien Retro Gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one.